Hello, hello, welcome back, guys and girls. This is Angel Malus here in Tekkit Legends, and I have this is a Redstone test world, and I want to show you guys something. And for a couple of videos before, my friend Jeebus was actually trying to make an elevator. So I have here what it is, just a normal little house with some torches and some light, and you see, just normal building there, a little flower pot with a pop in there, and my chest with a bunch of stuff in there. I got a door, seems like nothing that's going on. But I have a advanced wireless computer here with two programs down and up, so I'm gonna go ahead and run down and check what's going on. I'm starting to move down right here. As you can see, some bats are entering to my space over here. I'm going to the bat cave kind of thing, and I'm moving down pretty much like that. I open the door and I can go ahead and access my little secret kind of bee analyzer kind of thing over here with my bee chest and stuff like that. And if I run this thing up here, I can pull out my bees and they get all measured up in there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so yeah, that's that. But the important part was actually the elevator over here. So as you can see, I can come up here and just run up now. And now I'm going up. So it's actually not even difficult at all, as you can probably see through here. It's a very simple thing. This pocket computer has a wireless device in there, a wireless modem in there, and then I'm just sending a signal to the computer down there. And if you guys want to see, I'm going to go ahead down here, and this computer is running a program over here. It's just a temporary program. And what it does is opens the RedNet, which is the wireless modem over here. It's on the right side, it opens that, and then runs this loop event, which is catching this event, this pull event called RedNet message right here. That's the type of event that it receives. It has three variables, actually four variables. One is the name of the event, the other one is the sender ID, which should be the advanced wireless pocket computer that I have. Then the message, and then the distance between the thing that is sending the message, in this case my pocket computer, and that would be it. But I'm pretty much ignoring everything else, and I'm putting the results from this OS pull event into this message variable right here. And if the message says up, then I'm going to run a for loop 8 times basically, which is the 8 times that this thing moves down all the way down here. So if you want to count, it's will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 to move one more down here. That's number 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to move all the way down here. And then it will move up, and then so basically it will just send a red bundled output into this cable over here. It says Redstone set bundled output at the top, number 2, and then it sleeps for almost a second, and then it will say number 0, and then sleep for almost a second, and then it will just repeat that. And if the message is down, it will do the same thing but with number 1. Why 2 and why 1? Well, because I have this cable over here, a white one for 1 and then the orange one for 2. And if I would send it 3, then the orange and the white one would be on at the same time. Now, as you can see, this thing is not connecting at anything, and this is because I'm using template carriages to connect to this carriage engine. And as Jeebus had the problem, he had the problem of sending the message from the top and the bottom, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Hopefully Jeebus is actually watching this, and he can get to do this thing by himself in there. So all I have over here basically is something like this. So I'm going to be using this middle block right here as my main carriage, right? And then I can do this right here. These would help me carry the signal from the white and the orange over here. And then all I'm doing is basically extending up here, and then just building a little bit of the framework of my little house or whatever I'm moving up here, just like that. And as you can see, I do have chests and torches and stuff like that it would move inside of it. I know he started with this idea over here, but then he moved to something else. So the important thing over here will be actually to cover every single block, just like that. So it will move basically everything that is inside of this area right here, just like that right there. So everything that is inside here, it will be moved. So if I'm planning to put my floor right here and planning to put a door in there, maybe I want to put more space down here, something like this. There we go. So I can have my door like right here, and then well, it's kind of cramped, but you know, you guys get the idea. So the next thing I want to do is to get the engine, which is the basic carriage engine that he's been working with, and then a screwdriver, right? So you get the engine and you put it right there, and then you get the screwdriver, and only one of these frames has to touch this. If there's two systems, like I'm gonna put something else here, this is not gonna move anything. So you just put the screwdriver and you just like slap it in there like that. Now there should be a way to see this. I think it's with punch or whatever, but my version doesn't work. Now this one, as you can see up here, it says carriage engine, like above the ear on the little message. It says 0 of 10,000 RF. Somehow this version that I have, I'm not sure, I have the latest version, and if I do the kinetic pipes like that, it would actually not connect. Jivo seems to be connecting his, but mine doesn't connect at all whatsoever, nothing. And the only one to actually send power would be using one of these solar panels and connect it directly to it, because if I even try to do this thing like this right here, as you can see, this carriage engine still has 0. But if I put the solar panel over here, it will actually start filling it up, which on my case, I don't actually even need it. I can be at 0 and actually it does work now. You do have to remember the whole framework that you did before. So I kind of don't remember it, but I know there was something like this and something like this down here. So this will try to move everything over here. So I don't care for those. And it was like going up here and then maybe building something like this, and you know, you guys get the idea. There was some little thing like that. It was definitely bigger probably. And I'm gonna grab the door from here. There we go. And there, I'm gonna slap the door right there. So I'm not sure if I actually made it this big, but we will see once we move this thing right here. So it was actually pretty simple, just like that. And I'm just gonna build it like this. I don't know, just something like that. Pretty simple. And I think we're cool like that. Alright, so this and this, we don't need those 2 blocks. We are going to be using this blue powers. And now, if you want to do the blue stone, it's fine. If you want to do the Tesla light, it's fine. I found out the easiest to use is the actually red alloy. So I'm going to grab this red alloy wire. And then we need to get for the freestanding as well. And we're going to be using the red alloy freestanding, the white and the orange, and also we're going to be using the bundled one, and we need a lot of that. So freestanding, red alloy, bundled. Okay, so the idea is to have one up here and one down here. Now they would not connect it, so you put one of these normal wires like this, like that, and then on the side, on the framework, the purple framework that we didn't touch any of the sides, so this will not move at all. So you just do something like this, and let me go ahead and open a hole here with a catalyst of destruction, no, destruction catalyst right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and open a little hole right there. So we get to see the bottom part of this thing. There we go. I think with that should be pretty much fine to see what's going on. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this a little bit lower, like that. I mean, you can do it as far as you want, of course. And all you need to have is a computer. I mean, you can do it in any other ways. If you hate computer craft, it's fine. You can actually just grab one of these cables right here, like so, like that, and then maybe put it on a loop if you want. And as long as you give them a signal, then it would work. So I'm gonna grab a lever, just like this, and then if you send the signal, as you can see, the the whole thing moved, and it keeps moving. And as you can see, it just moved down like all that, and that's pretty cool. So if I send a signal through the orange one, it would actually move on this side. And it depends on how the what is it called, this thing works. As you can see, it does have a signal right there, and it's kind of stuck, but the white one keeps moving down. So it's better to give like a pulse like that. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more pulses. There we go. If I do one more, obviously it would definitely go up, but then the white one would be out of range now. So I'm going to go ahead and put it like this. So as you can see, you can just do a little cycle there, you know, give it a timer with a loop, and one of these guys, you know, a timer with a blue power, and then have it to just like click, 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 click 8 times, and that's it. And as you can see, it moves the door and everything. Now the computer, basically, I'm going to go ahead and do it on Lua. It's pretty simple. You just have to send a redstone, redstone signal, and set bundled output, which is this bundle cable, and to the side of the computer. In this case, is the right side, so the first right like that, and then comma, and then the color you want. So one is white, then this is 2. So I'm gonna send a 1 to send it down, and I'll say just like 1 right there, boom, 1. And as you can see, it's because of the refresh rate, it will actually keep moving down. Now if you want it to move anymore, you can actually put a block like just blocking down there, so it doesn't move actually at all anymore. You can actually put it like this, and obviously it will send to a cable that is not moving at all. So that is actually a helpful thing. So if I try to do, I can do 0 now, and nothing would happen, it will actually clear. But I can do 2, and now it moves up like that. Now I have to send a 0 again and send another 2 to refresh this thing, and as you can see, it's actually heading up. So I'm going to go ahead and do the 1 again, and as you can see, it will start moving. Well, that's actually 0, then 1. And as you can see, it moves down, and it stops right there where the block is, because this thing cannot move down. So as you can see, this thing, I don't even need this. I don't even need, you know, a bunch of things. You can just put something like floating in the air, and just because you put the actual, I'm gonna go at 0, and I'm gonna go at 2. And as you can see, this thing is just floating right there in the air. And if I do another 0 and 2, this thing's still floating in the air. It didn't go to the roof because it is actually moving with the whole system. So this is the great thing about the template carriages. Of course, it will only move whatever you program it to. Like if on that case over there, I actually did a little kind of roof like on this kind of shape right here, like that, and that's basically whatever it moves. So if I put something else, like if I put a cable right here, and I try to move it down, sending this thing here down, it would actually leave the cable right there, even that it was right next to that thing. Anyhow, so that would be one way to control it. Now if you want to have this thing inside your elevator, is great. If you don't want to have it inside your elevator, what you can do is put a wireless modem just like this, and well, basically in any side you want. I'm gonna put it on the back, and then all you have to do is I'm gonna go ahead and do a little program in here, clear, just do edit, maybe elevator, whatever name of the program. You can do startup, and rednet open on the back, because I put the modem on the back, and then while true do, basically this will repeat this loop forever. And then you get those the variables. We need to get the os.pull event, and what type of event we're getting the rednet underscore message, like that. This is the event name that is going to pull out there. And then we are gonna go ahead and say if the message, okay, we need to put the variables of this thing somewhere. So event name, and then we have the sender ID, and then we have the message, and then we have the distance. You don't need to put all this, but it's all cool. So you put it with comments like that. This variable, this variable, this variable, and this variable equals to whatever this event gives you. So if the message is equal to maybe go down, then, and you finished with end, then you say redstone dot set bundle output, and then set to the right side of the computer, and then maybe you send what is it? It's gonna go down, so that we're using the Y to go down. So just go use 1, and then redstone set bundle output again to the right, and then do a 0. But this would be too fast, so we need to make it stop for a little bit, and we can actually do that with sleep. And the fastest way you can do, probably if you're not doing online, it would be 0.8 seconds. So sleep again 0.8 seconds, and this would actually go ahead and do it one time. Now the message is go down, right? So we're gonna save this and run it, and I'm gonna use my advanced pocket computer over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and clear these things and go to Lua and say R equals rednet.open the wireless, which is on the back side of this thing, so it will actually turn on the Wi-Fi kind of thing, and then rednet.broadcast, and then I'm gonna say go down. There we go, and close this parenthesis out here, and that should actually go ahead and do it if this thing would be running. So let's see. There we go. As you can see in the background, it actually moved down. Now I'm going to show you the programs that I have over here. I have two programs, down and up. So edit up, and as you can see, it just says read and open and sends the message broadcasting up, and that would basically tell the computer down there, hey, I'm sending up, and it will do a loop and for this one over here, this up, and it will do this for loop. Basically it will do it 8 times from I equals to 1 to I equals to 8. It will repeat these things over here, so we'll make it wait and send the signal again 8 times. So I hope you guys got it and understood it, and basically the most important thing would be to actually do these type of frameworks where the top and the bottom parts of the carriage engine would be able to move, and that pretty much would be it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this a little bit and show you guys how this thing works. So I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and run this thing over here, control run, and there we go. So as you can see, there's those things. They should be turning on some lamps, but I think that this thing is too fast. And as you can see, even if it's not connected, it's bringing everything up because it was part of the deal. It was all set up in there. So, and then everything is moving in. One thing that you cannot move is pictures. Like if you want to have one of these paintings and you put it down here, maybe just like, oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's ugly too. Okay, let's say that. And then you want to do, let's go ahead and try to move it down. You see, it moved down and moved down and moved down, but sometimes it would actually pop out. You see, it just popped out the icon over here. So it standed for a little bit and then it popped it out. So that would be one of the things that it doesn't move, but you have to do your tests with that stuff. I don't know why I keep put stuff in the glass, but anyhow, so that would be pretty much it. And then you can go to your little rooms and stuff like that. If you have any questions, just, let me know, and I can probably answer it real fast. And the code was pretty simple. You can pause the program and just copy it yourself. I don't think I need to put a copy there. So this is Angel Malus signing out. Bye bye.